If you rent or sell water purifiers, then this video will save your reputation. Let me ask you a simple question. Every time your customer drinks water from a dispenser, are you sure it's really clean? Before we go any further, let me stop you because we're editing more and more exclusive videos, so I invite you to click the bell button below to get notifications when new videos come out, and I also invite you to click the subscribe button, otherwise you'll miss the new videos. That said, let's answer the question I asked you at the beginning, because if that water isn't clean, it's not just your customer who risks a stomach ache or an infection, your reputation could also collapse for good. Because it only takes one report, a negative review, or worse, a health inspection to ruin years of hard work and trust painstakingly built. So all of this can happen because of an invisible phenomenon that acts inside the dispenser even when everything seems perfectly normal, and it's called bacterial back-contamination. Think of a door left slightly open at night. You don't actually need a thief to come in to ruin your day. Just the thought that anyone could is enough. And back-contamination works exactly the same way. From the dispenser's outlet, bacteria travel back up and enter the system, contaminating the water, just when you thought that water was actually clean. So, do you want proof? All it takes is a test done directly at the dispensing point at the water outlet, and you'll often find bacteria like Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Staphylococcus, and other types of bacteria, all originating from the same strain. So these bacteria don't come from the water supply, as you or your clients might think, but they come directly from the nozzle, the dispensing point, the buttons that are touched on the dispenser, or the drip tray that collects the drops, because it stays damp. So these are areas that no one actually checks, but everyone uses. Now, there are many stories I could tell you, but among the real situations I've witnessed, I've seen installers provide systems to companies in the B2B sector, and the end client, in this case the company, carried out some tests, some routine analyses. And these analyses came back positive for Pseudomonas. And in this case, obviously the client was not only frightened, not only did they question the rental contract for the dispenser, but they also proceeded with complaints. So the problem here wasn't the incoming water, it wasn't the quality of the incoming water, but rather the back contamination at the dispenser's point of output. So as you can see, it's an invisible detail that nevertheless turned the system that was initially safe into a real nightmare. If you don't protect your dispensers, every week the bacterial load risks increasing, every month the likelihood of a complaint grows, and every year you risk losing clients and various contracts, especially if you work in the corporate sector. But if you tackle the problem at its root, you get the opposite result, because you can achieve peace of mind, ongoing trust from your clients, and margins that are never called into question. Now, you might be asking yourself, yes, but I use UV lamps at the outlet. Well, that's a great technology, but they have a problem because they only work where the light reaches, as far as the light hits. All it takes is a dark corner, a shadowy spot, and the bacteria will still survive. You probably also use ozone generators at the outlet. Well, these are also excellent technologies, but they have their own issues because they are unstable. They are often bulky because it's a component that takes up space, and they often have to emit amounts of ozone that exceed legal limits. So these are solutions that are starting to become outdated. They're also expensive in terms of maintenance, and in reality, they're ineffective. Today, in 2025, we need something radically different, because when you have clients like clinics, schools, hospitals, they know very well how real this risk is, and that's exactly why they want certified solutions for the water dispensers they install for their staff, their students, their guests, and so on. In fact, the Bicocca University of Milan, through official tests, has shown that bacteria such as Pseudomonas aeruginosa or Staphylococcus are present and proliferate in the dispensing nozzles at the exit points of water dispensers. And yet protecting yourself today is not complicated. And that's why I'm here to show you what the Onnwater team has created. The Onnwater team has invented the Typhoon pattern. It is an automatic, invisible, and medically certified technology that activates itself after each dispensing. It doesn't require continuous maintenance, doesn't alter the taste of the water, and doesn't emit any odors or noises. And it's a technology designed to block bacterial back contamination in water dispensers, whether for families, restaurants, or public institutions like hospitals and more. You install this Typhoon once and you can forget about the problem forever. Thank you, of back contamination. So now that you know this information, the choice is yours, because you can keep hoping that the tests will turn out fine. if they're even done, or you can protect every system with the only medically certified solution against bacterial back contamination, Typhoon. I'm not going to talk to you about Typhoon in this video. I recommend you visit the website onnwater.com and find out more on the dedicated page. If you don't want to miss out on valuable and unique videos like these about the water treatment sector, I recommend clicking the bell button so you'll receive notifications every time a new video comes out, and clicking the subscribe button so you'll be among the first to know when a new video is released and you won't miss any very important information.